Hi everybody, I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching the Sit Down. Super hyped to have this guy here. It's one and only Gary Owen. What's up, man?
Nice meeting you.
Good to see you. How's everything going?
Good. I'm excited about the special.
Yeah, doing what I do.
Yeah.
You make people laugh. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You like to have a good time with it.
This special's so good.
It's awesome. I checked a little bit of it out this morning. You went right after R. Kelly. You're throwing your guy Kevin Hart in there. I like it.
It was, I think it was perfect.
That's it. That's the pitch right there.
Let me tell you, and I'm just being honest, and I know it sounds conceited, but there's only been one other time in my entire stand-up career where off a TV taping, where I got off stage and like the hairs kind of stood up and I went, that felt really good. I've done numerous specials and stuff. I think there was one where it was Mike Epps live for the Nokia, where I did a 20-minute, I closed that special out, but that was like 6 of us. And when I got off stage after that 20 minutes, I remember calling my wife going, I think something's gonna happen. And not necessarily off that special, there was energy shift,
You just
so
felt
to
the
speak.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, there's something, and a lot happened. I mean, we taped that April 2010, and that next year was crazy. I got my own special called True Story. I got Think Like a Man, and just things started to really happen.
Those are all life changers happening right after.
Yeah, this one, it was the same way. I got off stage, I went, that felt really good. And like the director, we're supposed to do 2 shows and splice them together. He goes like, I'm good.
Wow.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. I got everything I need on. He goes, and when he called me, he goes, that was the easiest edit I've ever done.
That's amazing.
I'm talking pacing, because sometimes I'll watch it and I'm my biggest critic. I'm like, I was rushing. Because you get out and you want to get the audience and you're fast. This is the first time I did a special and it was a couple years getting the material ready, and it was I was very conscious when I got on stage. Don't rush, Gary. Relax. Get up there, and it was just boom, boom, boom. There was no. Sometimes you see a special and it'd be like the first 10 was strong, the last 10 was strong. There could have been a lull in the middle.
You kind of lost me in the middle somewhere.
There's nothing. And then there's callbacks to earlier in the special. There's callbacks later on. You're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. So I think it's perfect. I think it's the greatest special of all time.
Hey, you got to hype yourself up, right?
Hey, man, it is what it is.
Well, I remember a couple years ago when you got My Associates. So what's the difference between that one and this one, just in terms of you as a comedian at this point? I
Got My Associates was good. Don't get it twisted. But there was, I'm my own worst critic. When I watched it back, I go, I was rushing. I came out too fast. I'm acting like I'm on coke the first 15 minutes. I'm just rattling through stuff.
You
and
got
then I
was
was like,
going.
slow down. Yeah. This one was different. I didn't like my outfit, and I got my associates. Like the outfit's good on this one.
So you're feeling yourself.
Yeah, the boots is good.
You got the jacket.
Man.
Well, it's amazing how much you learn from an experience like that. And it's not that long ago, a couple years ago. But again, you're just working through some stuff, and you constantly have to in order to get to this point. And
what made this, for me, behind the scenes, is the other one, like I Got My Associates, and I Agree With Myself, my last 2, I did it all myself. I funded it. I had to promote it. This one, I had somebody come in, I had a studio, and they did it, and Showtime did it. And so I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, the tickets are selling. I don't have to worry about promoting, come in early, hitting the streets, telling them here. And I was just a lot more relaxed to do it. And I think it came across on stage.
You just still have that hustler's mentality, like going back all the way to the beginning of your career, handing out CDs, handing out flyers, all that stuff, Yeah, I guess that never really dies. I got a flyer, talking about flyers, I got a flyer, and I posted a couple years ago on Instagram, and I'm going to repost it again. It was me, Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, and Felipe Esparza. Wow.
And we did a place called 4th and B in San Diego. The place held 1,400. We sold it out, but barely. Like it was the day of. The walk-up was good.
What year was this?
2004.
Oh my gosh.
Not even super long ago.
15 years ago. Yeah.
When you consider, Kev's been killing it for like 10 years, and Gabe probably longer. Gabe really hit probably a year after that, where he was like doing his own thing. Kevin took about 4 or 5 more years, and it's just that I remember I saw Gabe at the Ice House in Pasadena. So we was talking, and I was headlining, doing my thing, and then we're just BSing, and I said, hey man, we should do a show together in San Diego, because he's got a big fan base area. He's kind of from that area. I started doing stand-up in San Diego. So I was like, let's go back, man. Let's just 50-50. I'll put up half the money, you put up half the money, and we'll do it together. He goes, all right. He goes, because I remember saying, he was like, dude, I'm selling tickets now. I'm selling some tickets. I go, dude, I'm doing all right too. And between 2 of us, we was like, we could probably do 2 shows. We ended up doing 1. So the deal was, I said, you bring somebody and I'll bring somebody. He goes, deal. He brought Felipe Esparza. I brought Kevin Hart.
And he was just little Kev at that point, right?
Kev, he had just gotten the TV show.
Okay.
He just got the TV show that lasted like 6 episodes. And he was so excited about that. He's like, yo, I got this TV show, man. I go, oh, for real? And I remember talking to him backstage, and I can say it now. I paid him $2,000.
Wow.
Because out of my pocket, I gave him to pay Kev $2,000. He goes, all right, because we were going 50-50.
Yeah.
And Kev was ecstatic. He goes, thanks. I never forget. I gave him his deposit. Like, it was like a drug deal. Like, I'm literally outside the Improv on Melrose, and I said, Kev, where you at? He goes, I'm like 10 minutes away. I go, dude, I said, I've never tried to pay somebody, and I'm waiting on them to give them money. And he said, dude,
like, come on, man, come on.
And he pulled up, and I get, like, literally, he goes, I got to get going. I gave him the money through his window, the deposit, and he took off.
That's incredible. And it's amazing how much has changed in 15 years.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
That was a little.
What was your reaction?
You know, that's my friend.
Yeah.
So I go into dad family mode when somebody gets hurt like that. I immediately go, oh, you got a 1-year-old son. That's what I go to. I don't want the kid. I want his son to grow up with Kevin that we all know. I don't want anything, no disabilities, or he's something slower because of the car wreck. I want him to be there. So I always go into the dad mode when things like that happen. So, but I texted his people, and everybody's vague, but they all said he's doing good. He's expecting to make a full recovery. But I don't think anybody really knows the extent.
Yeah, I think we're kind of still waiting. Yeah.
But as long as full recovery, whether it's 6 months to a year, that's the important thing.
As long as we get him back on Snapchat, doing his thing, working out. That's what we need in the world, you know?
Well, yeah, it's going to change though. Now it's going to be he's smart. He'll get everybody. He'll get the rehab workouts going.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's a whole different pocket of people he's going to get with that.
And who's ever his rehab physician, you want that client.
Oh, yeah. No question.
You're going
to be booming.
If Ken comes back 110%, you're the rehab guy.
Absolutely.
After that.
And he won't forget that.
Yeah. That guy's got a talk show. Yeah. Whoever rehabs Kev is Dr. Oz.
New medical expert. Yes.
Watch.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't forget the people that came up with him. Like, you're a perfect example. You're in all the different movies with him, doing all that stuff. Like, you hooked him up early in his career. That's a cool thing that 15 years later, you guys still have that relationship.
Yeah, and that's the thing about stand-ups too is, I think a lot of times people talk about the beefs between us. It really is a supportive community.
No, it's a pretty tight community, it seems
It really is. When things go left, you see we kind of rally around each other. And we give each other shit.
Yeah,
that's our job.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Because as soon as Kev's okay,
right.
I mean, the gloves are off.
Right, you'll be rousing him after that.
Oh, my God.
For right now, yeah.
I already got some stuff churning. But that was the thing, too, in this special.
Yeah, you're talking about it.
And what's crazy, in my special, I said, every year Kev's got to go through something. And I was talking about the Vegas, and then I said, then it went to the Oscars, and sure enough, then this happens.
Because when did you guys tape this?
June. We just taped it in June.
Wow.
So I was like, every year Kev's got to go through something. And then this year, this
Literally
happened.
2 months later. Yeah.
That was crazy. And now that's what I was thinking. I go, selfishly, I was thinking, oh my God, if he's not okay, I'm going to look like an asshole on this special.
Yeah.
So that, I was like, oh, thank God he's okay, because now.
Well, you never know. That's the thing. You're taping something 2 months ago. You have no idea what the world's going to look like. You have no idea what people are going through. You're talking about R. Kelly or Bill Cosby. Like, something can happen with those guys, but you just kind of have to roll with it, I guess, right?
And that's another thing about this special, too, is it came out timely. Filmed it in June. It's airing in September. And
right, you're not sitting on it for 6 months or a year or something.
Oh, my other ones, they was at least a year, because I was doing it myself.
Right.
So I had to hire somebody to edit it, direct it, and then we had to sell it.
Yeah.
So once we get a finished product, then we have to go shop it to everybody. And thank God Showtime's always been in my corner. So, a lot of people that you got Netflix and HBO, but I mean, I don't know where I'd be without Showtime, So when that's like family to me.
That's another relationship that you built over the years.
Yeah, so they're already, before we even finished it, they were like, yeah, we're good. Just give us a finished product and work out a date. And then when they saw it, they moved it up.
Wow.
They were telling me December. And then when they saw, they go,
we got to get this thing out.
We're getting this out early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Because it's that good.
Yeah, and hey, I enjoy I got to finish the rest of it. And you're able to stand out on Showtime too. It's like everybody's on Netflix. You got the HBO crowd. I'm sure it's nice for you to be like one of the only guys on Showtime. How does that factor into your decision making?
It's I'm not gonna lie. I would like a Netflix special eventually, just because I think you got people just at the house and it's accessible.
And it's all over the world, also.
It's all over the world.
Yeah, so you can have people, in the Middle East watching your stuff, people in China watching your stuff.
Yeah, but as long as Showtime gets it, and they've given me permission to post certain clips to promote it, and so because people see the clips and they're like, well, "Where's the whole special?" Then they find it, and now at Showtime you got Showtime on demand. It'll get on there, so it still be accessible.
Sure,
but yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want a Netflix special just for the accessibility of it?
Absolutely.
But the key is just get material out there.
Definitely.
And then stay relevant. Absolutely. That's why I was like, I don't ever want to go like 5 years in between specials.
No.
Like, 2 years is perfect.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. If I could do every 2 years, that's what I want. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you need time for the material too. You can't just be like, all right, in a year I got some stuff going. No, you got to get out on the road, work some stuff out, build it out, and then you'll be good to go.
Yeah. That's why I think this one is so good.
That's awesome.
It's perfect.
Well, let's talk about some movies now. So you get asked about a bunch of different movies. I want to go specific here. Let's talk about Rebound for a second. Martin Lawrence, you're playing the mascot in that movie.
Yeah.
Just random role, you pop out. What do you remember about that movie? Anything in particular?
Well, I got it because I just did Daddy Daycare, and the same director, Steve Carr.
He did that movie.
I go into the editing bay for Daddy Daycare, and we're sitting there, and he was telling me, yeah, I'm going to do this Martin movie, man. And he goes, I'm going to bring you in for something. I was like, all right. So then and there was no script. He goes, you start bagging on Martin, and then he'll bag back. I go, okay. He goes, but keep in mind, it's a kid's movie. So don't bag on him like you would at a comedy club. So, Steve just went to bat.
It just feels like you told the story about Ride Along in here, too. It's just like you're the guy that pops up for people. And then you're like, I'm ready.
I finally got my first co-starring role, though. We just finished it last week in Winnipeg.
Oh, cool.
And another relationship. It's not really been the auditions that's got me movies. It's been relationships. So now I auditioned for this movie, Undercover Brother 2.
Okay.
Get the part. We filmed it back in December. I shoot one day with Michael Jai White, just one. But I made him laugh, and I was like really intrigued by. I said, "Oh, he really takes this martial arts shit serious." So I was just asking about martial arts questions, and he's very generous with his knowledge. And all of a sudden, I get a DM. This is where DMs help.
This is actually a good DM story.
Yeah, I'm in Spokane. I think that's how you say it.
Spokane, yeah.
Back in June.
Okay.
I just get off stage, and I get a DM from Michael Jai White, and he's like, "Gary, man, I'm getting ready to do this this movie called Welcome to Sudden Death." He goes, "I'm gonna send you the script. Tell me if you're interested." And I said, "All right." So he sent me it. I called him. I said, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I want you to make it your own, though. Just be funny." He goes, So he gets me on the phone with the director. They call Universal. They went to bat for me because I guess there was an offer out to somebody else. So I feel like a dick. There's an actor out there that probably was like, "I got it." But I said, "Yeah." So we go to Winnipeg, and it's funny. The movie was just an action. It's kind of a hybrid between Die Hard and Sudden Death, the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, and then the Die Hard. So I just was there to make it funny. And it's me and Michael Jai White's job to say this. Basically, these terrorists take over a basketball arena.
Oh,
and they have bombs all around the arena. So they're going to blow up the whole building in the middle of the game. And it's the last two people left to stop are me and Michael Jai White.
Wow.
And he's a security guard, and I'm a janitor. I've been there for 20 years.
Okay.
But my job was to make it funny. And it's funny how originally it was just a action movie. Then now it's titled a buddy comedy.
Oh, there you go.
I remember one guy goes, "I don't know where the comedy's coming in." I go, "Really?"
Look who's in the movie. Come on.
He said, "I don't know how they're going to make this a buddy comedy. That doesn't make sense." I was like,
well, Gary's going to be in the movie. So.
But it's like it's me and Mike.
That's huge.
It's me. It's almost like a Rush Hour type deal.
Yeah, you're not just one of the people in the movie. Like you are headlining.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
And I'm in awe of how Michael Jai White's 52 years old and can move like he can move. I was just like, I watched the playback one time of he was in a fight scene with somebody, and I go, "Is this in fast motion?" They go, "No, that's them." I go, "Are you shitting me?"
Wow.
That fast? Shoot. I was like, unbelievable.
That's goals right there.
Yeah. So it comes up, but that's a Netflix movie.
I got you.
So it'll be on June.
There you go. That's your first step in the whole Netflix.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's in June. It's coming out.
So you got your comedy thing here with Showtime, Netflix here. You're still doing your stand-up all around. You're supposed to be in the Bahamas this week, so thankfully.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it was funny. So I was supposed to be in the Bahamas, and me and my wife was excited. It was going to be a little 3-4 day vacation.
Yeah.
And we found out about Dorian, and then I'm on the phone with my manager, my agent, and the promoter. He is literally trying to sell us like, I think we'll be okay. You know, because you got to realize when you're a promoter and tickets are selling, so you're like, you're already counting the money.
Yeah.
You're like this, I think we're going to be all right, you know? So we just moved the date, we got the date, but it's funny, so they're on the phone with them working out a new date, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna cancel this flight. And then my manager goes, hold on, wait a minute. Let's confirm the new date before you cancel your flight. I said, what does the new date have to do with me canceling my flight?
Right, I'm not going. Yeah. Have you seen the videos? I'm not there.
I am not going. It's crazy. I've been doing stand-up for 20 years. This is the second time this year show's been canceled due to weather. Because in your contracts, it's always nobody's at fault if it's an act of God.
Right.
So this is the only time. The Bahamas with the hurricane, and I was in Kansas City in the winter, and a blizzard hit.
Oh, wow.
And
in 20 years, those are the only times?
And it happens, 4 months apart? Like the road shut down, the airport shut down. We're just stuck in our room for, I was stuck in the hotel for 2 days.
Wow.
Just nothing to do.
And in all places, Kansas City, where you wouldn't think you would get snowed in or anything.
When I have nothing to do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh my God! I never watched so much Netflix.
Thank goodness for Netflix.
I was questioning myself because of these suggestions they were giving me. Like, what did I watch?
What were you getting?
Just weird stuff. Abducted in Plain Sight. That weird documentary. Yeah, so what am I watching? They give us a bunch of prison shows.
At that point, you're just like, I need stuff
I felt
like
I was in prison.
Well, there you go.
And you couldn't do anything. Uber Eats wasn't working because the roads were shut down.
They had nothing going. It was just you, Netflix, and the hotel.
And it cost me a lot of money because
I'm sure it did. Yeah, you're saying
the shows are canceled.
Yeah, you're not making any money. You're just hanging out.
It's act of God. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the thing you can't control. You know, that's what really sucks.
2 times in a year, never happened before in my life. That just canceled.
Wow.
I've had shows that the turnout wasn't as good because of weather or things like that.
Sure, but legit canceled.
Never, like, or the flight got canceled, but that wasn't the show got canceled. This is the first time like the shows. I was like back to back, same year. That's crazy.
That is really crazy. So you've come a long way in those 20 years. I mean, you're doing the Navy thing. You started your career in San Diego. You're just getting it going, and here you are. How have you grown this thing out and built this thing out?
I mean, that was the only goal, was to be a stand-up, even in high school. I grew up in a trailer park.
Yeah, super humble beginnings for you.
I used to tell everybody I'm being stand-up. First time I saw stand-up on TV, I said, that's what I'm going to do.
And who was it?
It was just like one of them A&E at the improv type deals, and it was just like 5 or 6 comics, and I'll never forget this comic. Keep in mind, I'm in small town Ohio. There's a comic in LA, and he does a joke on, I've fallen and I can't get up, that lady. And it was exactly a joke I had in my head. Really? I haven't told that joke to anybody, nothing. But when he said the punchline, I was saying it with him. And I went, oh, I can do that. I can do that. And then I used to tell people growing up, like, I'm gonna be a stand-up. I used to tell girls literally. Like,
how did they respond?
Whatever. Like, I remember we had our high school quarterback was going to Miami of Ohio to play football.
Yep.
And we're at like a party in between our junior and senior year. And the girl was like, are you going to forget about us when you become rich and famous and you're going to be an NFL quarterback? I go, why are you asking him? I'm the one that's going to be famous. And the girl looked at me.
Like Miami, Ohio,
yeah,
come on.
Like, nobody knew Ben Roethlisberger back then. I literally was looking at her like this. I'm the one that's going to be famous.
You knew.
There wasn't it was always the plan to be a stand-up. Even when I joined the Navy, the goal was to get me to California.
Got to California.
And I could start.
Yeah.
And that was always the plan, and there wasn't a doubt. My wife said when I first started dating her, I had 2 general ed classes for my bachelor's. And she goes, just get them, just so you got something. I go, there's no plan B.
You were all in.
Something. I go, I'll never take those 2 classes, because I was taking classes when I was in the military just for something to do.
Sure.
And to this day, I'm 2 general ed classes short to get my bachelor's. And I said, I'll never get it. Because to me, it was setting myself up to not follow through with plan A.
Yeah.
There wasn't, I told my wife this when we first started dating, I said, I'm a stand-up. I said, you can either date me or not. I said, I might be broke my whole life. I don't think I'm going to be. I said, but there is nothing else. And she said, she goes, she was telling me now, she goes, that's when I fell for you. She goes, because she had been in LA so much, she had heard everything. I'm a producer, 18 jobs. Dude, I picked her up. I had a crack in my windshield. I had an S10 pickup. And she goes, when she got in my truck, she goes, there's a crack in your windshield. I said, oh, I can't afford to fix that right now. And then one of our first dates, we went to Crustaceans in Beverly Hills. And I'm driving around the restaurant for like 20 minutes. She goes, what are you doing? I said, looking for a place to park. She goes, just valet. I said, oh, we can't do both. Oh, no, we can't valet and eat at Crustaceans. You ain't dating Kobe. We walked those garlic noodles off.
When do you feel like you weren't broke anymore? When did you get to that point where you felt comfortable?
I've never been broke, even in the Navy. You know, I grew up in a trailer park.
Right.
I didn't realize I was broke in the trailer park. Looking back, we were broke. I didn't realize it. When I was on reduced lunch, I had to whip out that fluorescent green. Way to announce it to the world that you're broke.
That's
right?
quite a way.
Yeah. And so I just never realized it. And then the most liberating feeling I ever had was I get out of boot camp and I'm at a Burger King and I order my food and I paid for it. And I went, oh shit, I can pay for all my stuff now. It was a burger and fries, but it was so liberating.
It's a big thing.
I don't have to ask my mom, my stepdad. I don't have to ask anybody for money. I don't have to ask permission to get something to eat. I can just get it. And I wasn't making a lot of money in the Navy, but it was just so liberating. So that's when I felt like that was the moment I felt like I got money. And I've always been decent with money. You know, my wife's a spender. I'm not. I'm not frugal. I'm frugal.
Well, you know where you came from.
Yeah, she can spend. Oh my God.
Well, good thing you got this special going, right?
Yeah, I got to bring her back to reality sometimes.
Gary, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, man.
Saturday's the day?
Saturday, greatest special of all time.
Yes. Showtime, Saturday, September 7th. Check this guy out doing what he does. That's Gary. I'm DJ. We'll see you next time here on The Sit Down.